Hello, mutants. I'm Mutisha the Movie Goddess, and you're watching Mutant TV.
Welcome back, MVP. Sorry, let me get my camera fixed there. This is old Strebo with you yet again. See if I can pull that back a little bit wider. I'm going to shoot this found footage style for you in honor of Apollo 18, which I have just exited the theater after watching said movie. And yeah, let me give you that caveat right off the bat. This is a found footage horror film, which means if you're not into the idiom of that entire subgenre, such as with defining characteristics such as shaky camera work and pretty much ugly cinematography, but cinema verite type feel and what is probably improvised acting through the majority of it, well, at least through the interacting parts, then you should avoid this at all costs. But if you are a fan of found footage movies, well, then you've come to the right place. Let's talk about this movie. So Apollo 18 tells the story of the 18th and final Apollo mission to the moon, manned mission to the moon from the United States, and reveals the reason why we never went back. Now, if you've seen the commercials, you know that there's some kind of extraterrestrial entity, creature, bio-entity, whatever you want to call it, in this movie. So that's about as far as I can go into that explanation. I'm just going to have to give you the setup. You're either going to dig it, want to see this, or you're going to hate this type of subgenre and want to stay away from it. Now, me personally, it combines a couple of my favorite subgenres. One, which is the space gothic subgenre that is home to such great films such as Mario Bava's Planet of the Vampires, or Alien or Aliens, Tobe Hooper's Life Force, also Event Horizon, and most recently Pandora. Takes that whole takes the found footage subgenre and crams it together with the space gothic and comes up with something really cool, I think. Since I can't talk to you about the plot, I'll talk to you about some of the other things, such as the acting, which I thought was phenomenal across the board. All the actors, the astronauts, were very well cast, very, very believable. And the scares of the movie, I mean, it was good. It was fucking spooky. It wasn't the level of kind of creepy out factor of something like Paranormal Activity, maybe, but the scares were set up well. There's some boo scares, but the movie is so drenched in tension and just a sense of impending doom. It's very much played in the theater of anxiety, as John Carpenter refers to the horror genre as being the theater of anxiety, which, by the way, when I release my exclusive interview with John Carpenter from the Fright Night Film Fest, that's right, the 10-minute interview you're not going to see anywhere else except mutantville.com, he talks about that, the theater of anxiety. So we talked about those things. Yeah, Apollo 18 does it well. Wow, holy shit. I really dug it. I'm not even going to be able to run down the Strebo Slasher stats for you. I'm just going to tell you the creature effects are good. They're very believable. That's what's most important. You're not going to come out of it going, wow, this is an amazing new monster creation, like with the alien from Ridley Scott's Alien. The extraterrestrial in this is a lot more low-key, but the way it's all played out is just phenomenal. And also, it does one of those great things I love where I don't want to get into spoiler territory, but anyway, I'll just say where a simple tool like a hammer becomes one of the just most terrifying weapons you've seen in a long, long time. It kicks the shit out of a chainsaw in this movie, but there are no chainsaws. I don't want to confuse you, but Yeah, good creature effects by Gary Tunnicliffe, who we all know from the Project Greenlight 3 series as the special effects guy who did Feast, designed the creatures for Feast, and we know that Strebo rates Feast as one of the greatest horror films of the new millennium. The Feast trilogy, the unsung horror trilogy of the new millennium. You will all eventually come around. Give you another 5 years, you'll start to realize how awesome the Feast trilogy is. But Gary Tunnicliffe does the effects for this. The movie is produced by, I don't know if it's directed by, but it's at least produced by Timur Bekmambetov, who you might remember from the Night Watch series. He did Night Watch, Day Watch, and I guess there's a third part of that trilogy he wants to do and bring to us. But anyway, good stuff, found footage, horrific, terrifying. Even though it has that ugly cinematography, it uses the space landscapes to its advantage, and some of the moon settings are just very serene and peaceful. So yeah, it does what a horror film should do, which is creates an impending sense of doom and fills itself, its viewers, and its characters with an impending, undeniable atmosphere of dread. And my tip is stay through the credits. Even though there is no extra footage, there are several songs that are played, like such as We Three Kings, there's a piano version played at the end, and a couple other songs after that that are very haunting. You sit and think about the movie and the juxtaposition of what's being said against what you just saw, and it was really haunting and poetic. So I dig it. On the Strebo Scream-O-Meter, we give Apollo 18 an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Check it out. It's my recommendation. We've been getting some solid horror films for the past few weeks. I've been getting out 6s, 7s, and 8s. Just in case you're not familiar, anytime I give out a 7, 8, 9, or 10, in my opinion, that means go see it, don't wait. So what are you waiting for? Go out and see Apollo 18 this weekend, or if you're not into found footage, go check out Shark Night 3D. Down here somewhere. Yeah, I'm on the fence about seeing that one. I saw the trailer and I saw enough to know that I'll think it's going to be utter shit. But I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't badmouth it. Anyway, this is Strebo. Find me, MutantBill.com. Peace.
You're watching Mutant TV.